And you guys have a really big opportunity this week, right? How many of you here want to do really well and seize on this opportunity? Yeah, everyone here, right? But we all know that that's not going to happen. There's going to be some guys that really crush it this week, and there's going to be a lot of you that maybe come away a little disappointed, right? But I'm going to tell you that there's going to be more opportunities, and I want to share a story that helps to illustrate that. So my college career ended. I was a college walk-on. I didn't get a scholarship. I was the worst guy on the roster as a freshman. I battled, I got bigger, I got stronger, I added more velocity, I was a pitcher. And by my junior year, I was our number one pitcher. My fourth year, my redshirt junior year, I blew out my elbow in front of 15 scouts in the conference tournament. That was how my college career ended. Came back next season, couldn't pitch, did my rehab, got a chance in indie ball the next year, played 3 seasons, and then I was about to make my first all-star appearance, my 3rd season, when I got the MRI results from my doctor. We were in Rockford, Illinois. They called me over. They said, hey, Dan, the doc's on the phone. He's seen your MRI finally, because I had been having elbow pain for a while, finally couldn't pitch. And he said, Dan, I haven't seen an actual MRI with a guy who's actually already had Tommy John before. I always see guys who've never had it. They just have an elbow injury, but I've never seen one where you've already had the operation. So I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that your elbow's torn again. And I'm pretty sure that if you want to keep pitching, you'll need to go through Tommy John a second time. And I'm a tough guy, but I walked off that field. There was a the way the cart comes in, they pull the turtle in for the batting practice. There was a huge gate in right center. I walked out it, found a tree, I sat beneath it, and I cried. Because I didn't know if that was the last day that I'd be a ball player. You don't know if you're going to come back from Tommy John a second time, right? But I decided that day that my career was not over, and I was going to at least give it another go. I was going to get the surgery, sit out for the rest of that year, sit out for the whole next year after that, and try to make a comeback. Who would want a 27-year-old who'd had 2 Tommy Johns who hadn't pitched in 2 years? I didn't know, but I was going to see. So I got my chance. I come back. I get spring training invite. I'm the last guy cut. I left my baseball academy, said, hey guys, I'm going to make my comeback, and I got cut. And 2 weeks later, I'm sitting in Wegmans. How many of you shop at Wegmans? I'm sitting at Wegmans eating a $6 meal after 2 weeks of just hanging around the East Coast trying to figure out what am I doing next. And one of the teams that I pitched against in spring training called, and they said, hey, we're down a pitcher. We started the year with a terrible record. We need an arm. Are you still in the area? And that was it. I got back into baseball. And I had to prove myself every time I took the mound that I was healthy enough to play, I could keep up with all the guys who'd been healthy, and that I was going to be a full member of that team. So the reason I tell you that story, a lot of you are going to come away from this tournament feeling in very different ways. But you always have another chance. You always have another chance. You're going to leave here healthy. You're going to leave here with a chance to get back in the weight room next week. You're going to be back with your hitting coaches, your pitching coaches. You're going to be back on the field with a bucket, ready to keep working.